My name is Ramsey, and welcome in. Just got done reading Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Wanted to do a should you read on this one, see if it's for you, if you feel like your tastes align with the book. If you've never read King before, if you feel like this is a good spot to jump in, I'll go ahead and go over that with you. I'll go some pros and cons, let you know what I think about it. So, why did I read this book? Being a newbie kind of King guy, I joined Murphy Napier's Caravan Club app thing. I don't know. It's not really an app. It's like a website, and then they use Discord. I hope I'm explaining that well. I've started one with Lightbringer, and having great conversations with people. We're going to reread that and get ready for the release of book 5. So, Mr. Mercedes is book 1 in a trilogy based on Bill Hodges, the main character. I'm not sure if it's called the Hodges trilogy, if it's called, the Detective trilogy, or the Mr. Mercedes trilogy, but it's book 1 in the series, and it was a very good kickoff point. King did a great job of pulling us in early. We meet a retired detective who's ready to commit suicide, and a psychopath who sends that detective a letter. This psychopath murdered 8 people and injured a bunch more by driving a Mercedes into a crowd of job seekers one foggy morning. 2 of the 8 people that he killed is a mother and a small child who were trying to take a nap in a sleeping bag. The letter was sadistic, it was vile, it included everything that he needed to know that this was the real killer, and it gave the detective a reason to go on living. By the end of the book, we really get to know Bill Hodges, the main character, and his wacky cast of junior detectives that he deputizes through the story. The relationships feel very real. I talked about it in my 11/22/63 review, where King does a great job of using fine, minute points in a character relationship arc to create believable characters. He does this better than many authors that I've seen. He may do it the best that I've seen. I'm not really sure. As I'm learning to do these reviews, I'm seeing so much more in the characters and the arcs, and the way that I've watched King do that with relationships has been fantastic so far. And this book does not disappoint. We also get the perspective of a very racist, clearly mentally insane character, Brady, who is the murderer and who revels in his murder and really wants the detective to commit suicide. So that was his goal. So as we get both sides of the story, we know so much more than the characters know. And so it pulls us in deeper. We understand the stakes of this action or that action. King does a great job. He, for most of the book, made me think everyone was going to die. For most of the book, I had no idea whether the characters would live or would die. And King is one of those crazy guys that your character may die. You don't have a guarantee that the character may make it through. Now, I want to warn you, the racism is tough. It was hard on me. I listened to this on audiobook, and I read the book from the library a little bit, but while I was driving, hearing the N-word shouted or talked about all that often was uncomfortable. It made me go, I swear this is not me. And it's a bit of a spoiler, but there's some very uncomfortable incest as well. If you're not comfortable with that kind of stuff, do not read this book. We do see those things from the bad guy, so it's not like it's glorifying it, but it is definitely one of those things that if you don't want anything to do with that, I would steer clear of this book. So try not to spoil too much. Basically, everything I told you, you can read on that front jacket cover that you get from the library. On here, I don't think I held the book up earlier, so this is me holding it up. But right there in the front jacket cover, you get all the stuff that I've told you. So I made sure that you get it there before I said it, because I didn't want to spoil it for you. I will do a completely spoil-filled review a little bit later, probably later in the week. So if you don't mind the things that I talked about, this book is definitely worth checking out. It has no fantasy in it, so it's not really my normal thing to read. It was neat kind of getting out of my normal comfort zone. So let me know what you think about Stephen King. Have you read any books by him? If you have, what are your favorite books? If you're just, I'd never read Stephen King, he's not somebody for me, go ahead and let me know that down in the comments. I'm super excited to connect with more people. I'm trying to get my Twitter out there a little bit more. I'd love to, trying to be better about social media. I'm awful at it. But Discord is usually the best one for me because I can hop on there and see what's going on, interact, do a couple messages. I don't like scrolling, but I'm trying to do it to make the YouTube channel better. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm trying my best to do it, trying to post to it. I love fan art. So if you guys are big fan art aficionados like I am, go into the Discord. I've posted a bunch of different fan art that I think is cool. I'd love to see what you think is cool. Not using it for anything, so you don't have to claim the copyright. You can attribute an artist if you want. Definitely, that's awesome. We can try to give them a shout out. So I am an Amazon affiliate. If you want, it helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything extra. You just click on the link. It takes you over to Amazon. I'll have this book listed there on Kindle. Also, there's a free trial for Audible if you want to check that out. It helps me out a little bit, but you don't have to do that. I appreciate anybody that does. And the greatest thing you could do for me is share this video on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you share stuff. If you help me out by sharing this video, it can get me noticed by people that would have never come into the circle that I'm in, and it would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you can, like. If you haven't already, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.